Meghan Markle may soon deem Prince Harry redundant to her needs as she focuses on her own ambitions and successes, according to a royal biographer. Tom Bower, author of Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors, told GB News host Dan Wootton he believes Meghan is out for her own interests, even accusing her of producing an extraordinary marketing campaign. Since stepping down as working royals in 2020 and moving to California, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been putting out their own projects and sharing their side of the story of life in the firm. In his GB News interview, Mr. Bower claimed that Meghan's number one interest is herself, and the second interest is money. He added, "What's interesting is the people she goes to. Who is going to maximize Meghan's popularity, who's going to make her really big and very rich? Harry was one step, but will she keep Harry for long? Perhaps Harry will become redundant to her ambitions in the near future." He continued, "They're poor compared to their neighbors, and Meghan feels that more than anything. That's why she was so dissatisfied with Frogmore. She wanted a palace, not 5 cottages knocked into a small home in Windsor. So, she is really looking for the big time. The question really is whether Harry appreciates that, whether he really wants to go along that ride. Is he really as money-orientated as she is?" Mr. Bower also criticized the couple's supposed greed, saying it was very noticeable when Harry said he was going to give a large chunk of his advance from his sensational book to charity, is now just a little bit. And he hasn't quantified it. So, I think they're keeping the money but parading themselves as philanthropists and people too are anxious to help. The royal author accused the Duke and Duchess as painting themselves as the victims of the royal family when he claims they are in fact the aggressors. In their Netflix series, Harry and Meghan claim the royal households had deliberately leaked stories about the Sussexes to deflect from coverage about other members of the firm. Meghan's lawyer Jenny Afia says in the program, "There was a real kind of war against Meghan, and I've certainly seen evidence that there was negative briefing from the palace against Harry and Meghan to suit other people's agendas." Meghan's friend Lucy Fraser added, "Meg became this scapegoat for the palace. And so they would feed stories on her whether they were true or not to avoid other less favorable stories being printed."